With greetings, students, I continue the discussion on The Merchant of Venice. This is paper first, unit A. Now, the completion of 3 acts take the readers toward the final platform. And yes, this is exactly the specified purpose of this famous romantic comedy. And see the mindset of readers. They are prepared so that we would witness the famous celebrated court scene, trial scene. And this is one of the most important questions that can be put up in the examination. And besides that, yes, it is very, very significant from the point of view of conveying the message of morality, of establishment of justice in the whole world. Now look at this picture. This is the balance. And we have, in this famous romantic comedy, the metaphor of balance. And it is, say, the weighing, see the points that a specified purpose. I would like to focus on that because now the platform of justice has been highlighted throughout here. Yes, the metaphor of balance. And what is it? The weighing machine. Instrument of what? Yes, human conduct, attitude, your behavior, deeds, right or wrong, actions. So, this is the one of the most significant purposes of writing this famous romantic comedy, The Merchant of Venice. Okay? So, students, mind you, now you must be very attentive regarding the very special purpose of this famous comment. I mean, we have comical impact. We have mingling of tragic comic aspects and so many other significant themes. But yes, this is the pivotal point that you must be very, very particular about it. And the audience, and when we talk about the establishment of justice, then yes, this famous court scene is the climax of the play. Now, try to understand in very simple way. Now, what is the climax? In examination, you may be put up this question that now the climax is, yes, it is the most important part and very exciting at the same time of any plot, theme, story, situation. And, so therefore, Act 4, Scene 1. It is the climax. It marks the climax of the play. Then, yes, when we talk about the climax, yes, you should also have knowledge about the climax of other story. And what's that? See, the entire drama, Merchant of Venice and Act 4, Scene 1, the famous celebrated trial scene, it is the climax. At the same time, see, first to third act, in which the climax of Cascet's story is also important to know. Now, see the 2 parts we have as we discussed earlier, and it is almost near the complete. I mean, till 3. Very important point is that Cascet's story, it is almost completed till the Act 3, and Bond story, it has been predominating throughout. And what is more important? The merging of these two in single whole. And that's why Shakespearean comedy, his dramas, they have become popular for the reflection of unity of action. And and when we talk about, now it is a must to know Cascet's story also, because this is just, almost the completion of that also, and then going towards the merging of the two finally. So when Bassanio, makes the right choice with the right casket, that is lead casket. This marks the climax of casket story, okay? And now for your better understanding of the concept, the notion of climax, and before making choice, there is a mystery and suspense when he makes his valuable comment on the inscriptions, gold and silver casket, and which follows the we have the rejection of these two caskets. And the famous, his quotable lines is all glitters is not gold, all that glitter is not gold. And then the selection of lead is also significant. And then we come to know about the the human relationships, that these relationships, they reach the consummation, perfection. And the climax, first with the right selection, and second the jubilation of Portia and Bassanio, and third, yes, marriage of two couples, Nerissa Gressanio and Bassanio Portia. Now why? Now because this important event, it paves the path of trial scene, because Portia now, as a wife of Bassanio, she is prepared to leave for Venice in disguise, and all the scene revolves around it. She appears before us as one of the most brilliant heroines, and therefore it is necessary to know another important point. See, the court scene, the most famous celebrated court scene, it is called scene of justice. And see, when we talk about the balance, so here we have establishment of goodness, righteousness and justice. And Shylock, he stands for villainy, for vices. And that's why it is a must to discard it, to uproot the evil, and the establishment of righteousness, goodness in the world. So this is the purpose and the climax of this comedy. When we talk about that, see here, in which we have, it marks the execution of bond, the legal document. And, see the step by step, it will be quite easier for you to know, and for your, say, better and deeper understanding rather. And, we come to know about Antonio's incapability to repay the amount. So this is the very, very important step. And heights of Antonio's goodness also. Yes, his sacrifice. And we also, extreme extent of Shylock's cruelty, his villainy. He's so stony-hearted. And see, most important part of it, this is the climax. And then which is the Portia's prominent role. Yes, she appears as a queen rather, center of attraction. And with the remarkable knowledge of judiciary and the knowledge of, say, legal matters. So her mastery, she is, in a masterly position. As in the beginning we, discussed, she is an emblem of women of substance. She appears in disguise with courage, confidence. And, that's why this is, most, the meaning of, justification of the purpose of this romantic comedy. And at the same time, this is very exciting. Seeing, the dramatic effect is also very, significant, and it attracts the attention. And, entire world witnesses her brilliance, her generosity, nobility. And she has, the jest. She has the passion to help others, especially Bassanio's friend Antonio. And that's why, this scene, it has become very, very popular. Now, another important reason is that, her famous speech. Speech? Yes, mercy. Now, come to the point here, Act 4. Now, what are important developments we would, rather discuss first on that. First of all, students here say the beginning of this. When, we come to know how Duke, what happened off the stage is also very important. And, Duke's exhortation. See, there are several steps in this famous court scene. And the significant part is that, in which, Duke's role is also very important. We are introduced to this new character. And, Duke's exhortation is he enforces Shylock so that his mind can be changed. So this is the first and foremost point that, first we must make some effort so that his mind can be changed. So this is what exactly, dramatic impact in the, in this, the entire famous scene. And Duke is also very upset, and his anxiety when he points out this important, aspect, an important feature. And then we have reflection of, Shylock's villainy at the same time. When, see that in the beginning when he says that, oh, he is not in a mood of changing his mind at all. And therefore, yes, he has lost all the hope. And so in the beginning, now Antonio, he is also mentally prepared. So we come to know about the heights of goodness of Antonio, at the same time extreme extent of, Shylock's villainy. When even Duke happened off the stage is also very important here. Because Duke, he must have, enforced him. He must have made strenuous endeavor to change, mold his mind. But Shylock, yeah, no way. And this is what exactly, Shakespeare wants to focus. See and when we talk about justice, establishment of justice, and symbol of balance also. I mean, here we have metaphorically, even, and yes, when we talk about justice, here Portia's character in various acts, first, even act first, second and third, her character is highlighted. I mean, how, brilliant she is. And see, the divine inspiration is very important when Shakespeare, talks about poetic justice. Poetic justice when, good characters, they are rewarded, and bad characters, they are punished. So here, first of all, we come to know about when enters Shylock, he enters. And at that time, yes, his dialogue, it is also very important when he points out, see, here is the point, point wise you can also have better understanding regarding all these various part one. Now we can, categorize this famous court scene into two parts. Now what are these two parts? Yes, for your better understanding. So that, here first of all, it begins with what? Yes, first point wise, first point, Duke's efforts, futile efforts rather, he, just to change Shylock's mind. This is the first point. And then we come to know he's inhumane wretch. This is, in the first, when this famous scene, it opens with this dialogue, Duke's dialogue. And even Antonio also, when Antonio is mentally prepared. See, so Shylock's villainy, this is the point here. And Antonio's, yes, his acceptance. He, is ready to sacrifice his life. And then we come to know about, yes, see the different character reflection. And these, human relationships, relationship between Antonio and Bassanio, it reaches consummation, maturity, extreme extent of that. So see the perfection of that is also, Bassanio's, his expression of love, his intimacy for his friend. But at the same time, threefold aspects of Bassanio's character. Bassanio, he feels guilty also. He thinks that it is because of him, his friend, he has to sacrifice his life. I mean, these are certain reasons. Now when we come to the dialogue in which Duke, his insistence on mercy, and entire court, court of justice, climax, it is court of justice. Yes, axis, what is the axis of his? Justice. And therefore mercy, it is integrated with mercy. And when, see here, Duke, he points out that in this dialogue, that show the mercy and remorse more strange. So you must show mercy. See in this dialogue, and see in the second part of this. So first, then we have Shylock's dialogues. It is also at the same time very important when he is so stony hearted. He, his reply, that he's so stubborn and he's absolutely without any emotions, any mercy, so hard hearted at the time. Through these dialogues we come to know. And when Antonio, he says his Jewish heart and he's stony hearted, and he would not even show mercy at all, because he is without any emotions, he is heartless. So through these dialogues we come to know about his unfeeling. See the dialogue here in which we come to know that how he's, his cruelty. See in this dialogue we come to know his cruelty. And they see the proceed when we have point wise, you can have better understanding through this. And see another important development here is that see entire universe witnesses what? Portia's brilliance. And with the and dramatic effect when she enters, she enters, and her impressive entrance, it marks the significance, it marks the really great applause. It really, entire court, entire court is spellbound with Portia's appearance. So the point here, see the point wise, you can have better understanding. And see Greciano's dialogue, ironical dialogues, and is an outburst of emotion, very close friend to say Antonio. I mean, each and every person in the court is so upset, distraught, so anxious. They are so worried about Antonio's welfare, except Shylock. So now we come to know the role of, the very, very important role of Portia in the second part, when she enters. And see here the tables are turned when she talks about the pound of flesh, and she talks about the bond. And then we would focus famous speech of mercy. The entrance of Portia is very, very significant when Nerissa, she reads the letter at that time. So here we have in this, see the execution of bond, and it contains the dangerous clause also. And we also come to know about the most important part of this, when it formulates what? Yes, formulates the human relationships. Then we have see the part in which Shylock, he's so adamant that he would have only bond. Repetition of this in Shylock's, that he was just the judgment. He's he's focusing on that he would have bond all the time, and law of Venice, and he's insisting on that. Therefore here is the entrance that we come to know about Bellerio. Yes, the letter from Dr. Bellerio. This is another important event, and you can have better understanding in the part 2, when Portia, she enters. See her very, very impressive personality we come to know. But before that, see, your concept should be clear about the letter. Now what is there in the letter? Yes, it is from Dr. Valerio. Now, Dr. Valerio, famous lawyer, and he has become popular for his knowledge of judiciary, but he is unable to turn up and to tackle the case. So in his absence, who will represent him? Yes, Dr. Balthazar. And Portia, she appears in disguise. So this is the point here. Again, so the court scene, you can have better understanding here. The court scene, part 1, in which Portia, and then we have another part, Portia's appearance, impressive entry, and we come to know about her brilliance. And now here we have focus on Mercy. So her, famous speech. First of all, she, when she asks, and see the question, and in the question, strange nature, she points out that this, bond is very strange nature. It is against human nature. Here, see, quality of Mercy, we come to know about her brilliance, and see the most celebrated, this speech, and soul animating. Yes. And we also come to know about, Bassanio. He offers money to Shylock 10 times. But still Shylock, no. He absolutely hard-hearted, without any emotions. Now here, famous speech of Mercy. Yes, quality of mercy. And this is, twice blessed is the focus. Person who shows and person who deceives. Yes. So it is really blessings of God, grace of God. And if you are blessed with this quality, with this attribute, it means, yes, you have received grace of God. And it also is integrated with your good deeds. And you really feel content at that time. And this attribute, this quality is the most famous dialogue, and most celebrated dialogue, in which Portia, she points out that the mightiest is the mightiest. It becomes, yes. So it is most powerful. And now the purpose is to change Shylock's mind and heart. And when she points out that this is, you really feel empowered. Now it also, reflects Portia's personality. She has really importance of all these qualities in human life. See, if you have mercy, you have kindness, you have these good qualities, then only justification of life. And see, even kings, she is giving the example. For kings, it is just scepter power of your status. If you are blessed with this quality, yes, this is another important line in which, yes, it is God himself. So what is the idea here underlying is that even God is the representation of divine emblem and divine, yes, grace. So that's why he points out even Bassanio, Antonio, and all the characters, they are spellbound with this famous speech when she points out that this is the attribute to God himself. And then, it is, reminiscent of Portia's character, which is highlighted several times. And students of, say, literature, you should have idea about when we talk about her famous speech of Mercy. And, entire world, it is spellbound. What is the reason behind it? Because it is divine inspiration. It is something inner sanctuary, your human psyche, and you feel content, the peace of mind, and in order to establish justice, harmony in the society. So an individual is associated with the society. So this is really one of the most famous dialogues, speech of Portia, an entire, I mean, this is, it, paves the path of so many important events. And later on, when, all the tables are turned with her brilliance, with her, remarkable capability of making right decision with the balance of mind. So this is, it throws light on that also. And you should also remember three important, famous, important utterances here, just to highlight Portia's character. When you write an examination, you maybe put up this question, two questions important, the dramatic significance of trial scene, and another importance, yes, Portia's character. At that time, yes, here we have Portia's character in, Act 1 scene, one here, Bassanio's dialogue, when Bassanio, admires Portia. Then we have Bassanio, Act 3, Scene 2. Here, fair Portia's encounter feat. And yes, I think this is one of the most important utterance made by Lorenzo. When she herself, God-like amity. Yes, this is the point here. And when we talk about Portia, when she says that this mercy and attributes quality, it God himself. So this is integrated. This is the purpose. Now Shakespeare here, he has highlighted the, divinity in Portia's character. And in examination, students, you must throw light. When you must throw light on this kind of, sublimity and divinity in Portia's character. And even, Bassanio also. And Bassanio, Lorenzo, Jessica also in Act 3rd and final part of it, she, admires her admiration that Bassanio, he finds the joy, yes, of heaven on the earth with her company. So this is really one of the most significant aspects of and characteristic features in this particular scene. Yes, we will continue